From the cosmos, from the view of universe, we see human beings as the wholeness. When we diagnose things, that we do not isolate symptom itself. Rather, we go whole person, his whole body, mind, as the Long said, the spiritual aspect, social aspects, and environment, social, natural environment, climate, and weathers. From all these large view, we see what kinds of condition now. In order to understand that we must have the common factor, which is universally common for all these factors, social issues and natural problems and physical problems, mental problems, etc. That is, if we see material way, materialistic way, then we cannot understand energies, atmospheres, climatic change, temperature change, etc., not so easily. So we have to see non-material way. That non-materialistic view, oriental macrobiotic medicine use so-called words of ki. That is, it's very difficult to translate. You may translate into energy, vibration, or invisible force. And weather is understood from energy. Body understand from energy. Food understand from energy. And our behavior, our thinkings understand from energy or vibration. This is a common base. Then we see from these energies or vibration have two tendencies. One is expanding force, expanding tendency, and other is contracting tendency. One is going upward tendency, another is going downward tendency. So there we divide very largely yin and yang. Yin is expansive, yang is contractive. Yin is centrifugal, yang is centripetal. And these two different tendencies governing all over all phenomena. And matter is there, and there certain balance between expanding force and contracting force. But this matter does not stay one state, constantly changing, either expanding or contracting. So proportion of yin and yang constantly changing. Nothing stays same. Liver, certain time may contract, certain other time may expand. Heart, every day expansion, contraction going on. Breathing, breathing out, breathing in going on. Behaviors, arm is contraction, expansion going on. Leg contraction and expansion going on. Body contraction and expansion going on. there's some food is intake, then we are going discharge, expansion going on. And so every phenomena, not only body phenomena, societies, also contraction and expansion going on. This is therefore universal principles for whatever phenomena exist. Psychological phenomena, same things. Sometimes depressed, sometimes hyper, sometimes very active, sometimes very inactive. And laying down, sleeping, sometimes wake up and become active. Rest and movement. And various those, all phenomena governed by those two different tendencies. Largely speaking, that tendencies, if we say on the earth, tendency, force coming from outside of the earth, that means you may say cosmological force, cosmic force, or heaven's force, is representing which side? Yin force or yang force? Yang force, contracting force. While yin force is when Earth rotates, generating expanding force, that we call Earth force. Suppose very abstract words, but temporary we call heaven's force, earth force. Then between those two forces, all phenomena which grow or change, born and die upon the earth, governed by those two forces. And these two forces appear at large 5 different stages. Yin force, expanding. You may say earth force. Yang force, contracting. That is heaven's force. Then between that, we have upward energy. Very expand and active energies. Downward energy. Contracting energies. Then floating energy. Then upward energy. Change from yin to yang, yang to yin, change. So naturally, upward energy contradicts to downward energy. If upward energy is strong, downward energy don't happen. If expanding active energy happens, don't happen the contract energy. If downward energy become very active, then it doesn't happen floating energy. Contracting energy very strong, then don't happen upward energy. And floating energy very strong, don't happen expand active energy. So these contradicting, conflicting tendency among the energies there. Ancient time, in order to explain to the general people they use the examples. Upward energy, something like tree. Expand and active energy, something like fire. Downward energy is something like soil. Contracting energy, something like metal. Floating energy, something water. Use examples. If this theory is modern age, we can say this is more liquid state. This is more gas state. This is more plasma, right? Plasmic state, like electrons going on. This is more like condensation process. This is more the solid state, etc. Expressions might be changed. But ancient time used simple, visible, understandable examples. Then this theory, although this theory is energy transformation theories for 5 stages, later people lost its meaning and they started to say universe are created by 5 different materials. So this they start to call 5-element theory, which is totally misunderstandings. Not 5-element theory, 5 transgression, 5 stages of transforming energy, the theories. Then, between these principles, we see the diagnosis. And when we see diagnosis, therefore we must see environment, and we must see what we take in, environment and food. This you may say external condition. Food and drink. That we say internal condition, making internal condition. Between that, activity, behavior, organs, condition, etc., all arise. This is more large factor. This is more small factor. When we do diagnosis, there are many ways. And from this coming out many ways. There are about 12 different basic way of diagnosis are there. First, visual diagnosis. Second, pulse diagnosis. Third, meridian diagnosis. Fourth, the behavior diagnosis. From action, behavior, or habits, we see. 5, the astrological astrological diagnosis. When, what year we are born, and what month, what day, what time we are born. 6, environmental diagnosis. Where they were born, where they were growing, where they were living. Its weather, climate, and geological conditions, either above the mountain or below the valley, or the seashore, or the inland, as well as whether more natural rural area or more living in the cities, and also what kind of house they were living, and more specifically what kinds of room he is using, etc. Those environmental diagnosis. 7, ancestral diagnosis. What kind of father, what kind of mother, what kinds of ancestors. Therefore, what kinds of constitution, physical, mental constitution he has. 8, the thought diagnosis, thought. From his thinking, from his way of the thinking or reacting things, that we diagnose what kinds of trouble or health conditions. 9, more detailed psychological diagnosis. For example, if you blink too much blink, you are a very sensitive person. That means if I blink too much, because what kind of food taking? Too much liquid, right? Too much liquid. Too much water, too much fruit juice, too much fruits. Right? So, naturally, what kind of organ is most affected? Kidney. Right? So, blinking goes. And psychologically, what kind of psychology? He is stable or he is unstable? He is unstable. Right? And kidney also troubles. Okay? These where psychological diagnosis can be done, right, by take a look or see the behavior or listening to their speech, so forth. And then 10, expression, especially like speech, words, lighting, etc. Right? 11, spiritual diagnosis. What kinds of karma he has? What kinds of dead person's spirit or thought bothering him or encouraging him? Around here, modern medicine cannot see. 12, aura. or vibrational diagnosis. The aura goes through covering our body, especially this area. Seeing that and making diagnosis. Generally, 12 category of major way of diagnosis there. But principle is all here. Same principles. Because this is vibrational aspect. The spiritual diagnosis is also vibrational problems. Expression, speech, words, writing, also vibrational problems. Psychological problem, also vibrational problems. Thought is vibrational problems. Ancestral condition, environmental condition, weather, climate, etc., all vibrational problems. Astrological, also vibrational problems. All these things can be understood, the energy vibrations, individual, invisible forces. This. So, in order to diagnose, you yourself to be the clean and sensitive, to be very responsible, the receptible, these delicate vibration. So a person who diagnoses very well should have very clean, good conditions. This type of diagnosis, therefore, individual abilities, personal individual abilities make big difference. The modern medical diagnosis, like cardiograph going on or X-ray going on, this going on, the doctor who diagnoses that, even he's sick or even he's healthy, it's not so much different. Of course, some interpretation different. Some doctors say that seeing the X-ray this way, that way. Some other doctors say that's not so. Of course, various opinions there. But mechanically interpreted data are practically same. So interpretation is not so much different. Even the person who diagnoses are different. But in oriental and macrobiotic view of diagnosis is, unless you are really clean and really sensitive, really cannot do clear diagnosis. If you are very bad eating, like heavy meat, heavy fat, and heavy alcohol, whatever, and become very insensitive, then you cannot see clearly these diagnoses. Okay? So, if you like to make diagnosis clearly, number one, you have to eat very good, like macrobiotic way. Number two, your life should be orderly. And number three, you better have the habit to meditate. And also you should have the keeping constant your condition is healthy. Then, together with that, these diagnoses become endless depths reveal to you. This type of diagnosis, many of them lost. About 200 years ago, one person came out. His name is Mizuno Namboku. it became famous because when he see, then he can see very accurately. So came very famous like Namboku diagnosis, Namboku way of diagnosis. But that book also is very difficult book, abstract and very difficult book. And some of diagnosis in the Oriental classic still remain like pulse diagnosis. Some of visual diagnosis, etc. And here and there, some remains. But as a whole comprehensive way, until macrobiotic come out, was not again reorganized, revitalized. In order to understand myself, diagnosis, I had to stand in New York several months, the Fifth Avenue, Times Square, and watching thousand people every day. And recovered, together with eating very simply, recovered the ability, which everyone has it, recovered the ability to see the people. Still now, because I have been habited to see the people. So still now, while I'm working or while I'm in restaurants, I watch the peoples. And still learning going on, constant. Because this diagnosis, as you can see very easily, diagnosis of life. Not only present day conditions, their parents' conditions, their spiritual conditions, their past and their future. We have to see it. Not only present day conditions. So constant depths, infinite depths is there. And practically speaking, training diagnosis is whole life problems. That means the equal understanding what is the man, what is human being is. And that diagnosis also can be transferred immediately, diagnosis of plants, diagnosis of animals, diagnosis of mountains, diagnosis of house, diagnosis of cities, or towns, or rivers, etc. So endless application goes, because principle same. Then we cannot cover whole those things. Actually, it takes many days to introduce all those scope. But today, here and there sampling goes. Okay. Now, why don't you make several friends, make group? Maybe 4 friends make a group. Please make 2 groups here, 3 groups here. Please. First, visual diagnosis. Let's sample from here. Among visual diagnosis, largely speaking, 2 types of diagnosis. One is we see anyway we see for yin and yang. That means antagonistic complementary relation we see first. That means body, head is antagonistic complementary relation. Inside, periphery, also antagonistic complementary relation. Front, back, also antagonistic complementary relation. That means if we see periphery, then we understand inside what organ, how it goes. If we see the head, face, we understand what's going on the body. If we see the back, where tightness, where swollenness, what place is the more loose, more tight, etc., then we know front part of organ, how going on. When we see front, what kinds of condition goes to the back, etc. The antagonistic complementary relation we see. Here we samples. First, face and body. This face is complementary antagonistic expression, relation between body with body. This part is center of body, okay? Center. So toes up, toes down, to be correlating each other. If suppose head and body same size, then leg goes and goes, okay? And here the mouth, for example, okay? Then suppose here, organ A, that exists symmetrically. Organ B exists symmetrically. Exists symmetrically. Okay? But our human body, this is 7 times bigger. This is 1 and 7 ratio. That means compacted form of body is head, or body is expanded form of head. Simply speaking, here we have the organ called intestine. So this should be naturally here, right? Here we have what? What organ? Brain. So brain and the intestines correlating each other. Brain is condensed form of intestines, or intestine is very expanded form of brains. So when you cannot think well, or if you are sleepy, if your mental psychological activity is not clear, that means immediately you must know that is intestinal trouble is there. Okay? Either constipation, gas formation, or diarrhea or whatever. Right? Immediately you have to know it. And also, if intestinal trouble is there, immediately you have to know his thinking is not clear. His judgment is not clear. Practically speaking, more than 9 out of 10, more than 90% of the people, modern societies, intestinal troubles. Either gas formation, constipation, or diarrhea, or irregularity of the bowel movement, etc. going on. Right? That means more than 90% of people's thinking is not clear. Right? Though he may be thinking clear, but it's not according to his real capacities, real abilities. He is not using 100%. He is using only 20, 30, 40%. Because day to day go like that way, so he think I'm using brain enough. No, it's not. So if this become very good condition, this become very good condition. Right? Vice versa. Then, same way, here we have like lungs. Then naturally, that correlate where? Cheek. Cheek. So if you see color of cheek, or the cheek is more expanded, more fatter, or more skinny, by that you can see this condition. Or cheek has pimples, then here you must know the various fat mucus accumulation there. Right? This is pimples, of course. Then between two lungs goes heart. This heart, so correlate where? Between cheek? Yeah. Yeah. So if we do nose like that, this correlate each other. The anterior, the left right chamber, left chamber. Okay? Yes. So if you have nose split there, okay? Split, ridges there, like tip of nose, like become like that. Okay? Many of them like that. Okay? Then, naturally, left and right anterior is not together. So this beating, that means receiving blood, go send to lung. This is receiving from lung and send to the whole body. Right? This beating is not harmony. Not in harmony. That means irregular beating, heart murmuring going on. If this, okay? So many people like that. So many. In Western countries, modern societies, 9 out of 10 like that. Then, if this nose is swollen, expand, right? More expand, right? Swollen. Swollenness made by what? What kind of food? Too much watermelon, fruit juice, or liquid, sugary food, open sesame dessert, etc. Eh? Swollen. That means heart is swollen. Heart is swollen. And naturally, swollen heart need high blood pressure, to send blood. That when high blood pressure goes, cheek of the capillaries come out. How goes? Capillary in the cheek. If high blood pressure goes, then comes what? More coming to the surface and becoming red cheek. Okay? If high blood pressure. But if more swollen, more expand the heart, then we lose this power. Okay? Then what goes? Low blood pressure. Okay? Low blood pressure. Another high blood pressure is not necessarily expand. Another high blood pressure is accumulating like cholesterol or too much salty food. Then blood vessels, arteries becoming narrow. So blood goes, pressure goes. Certain blood pass narrow place, so pressure becomes higher. That type of the blood pressure, high blood pressure is there. That is this becoming more fatty, as well as nose becoming fatty. Would be bigger, but more fatty, something like American cheese that all clogged inside, or meat clogged inside, such kinds of impression, fatty. Then, here you have stomach. And pancreas. Stomach pancreas is furthermore down. That means stomach pancreas is appear where? More here. More. If this become contract, pancreas, the gathering hard fat, saturated fat, such as cheese, poultry, chicken, eggs, hard fat. Then this become tighter. When this become tighter, this pancreas secreting two hormones, usually, insulin and anti-insulin. Insulin is making what? Insulin, anti-insulin. Insulin is making what? If insulin come out, how goes? Our sugar level, how goes? Down. Sugar level. Anti-insulin come out, our sugar level go up. These two type of hormone, which is yin, which is yang. Insulin is yang, sugar level go down. Anti-insulin, yin. Okay. Those yin and yang two insulin come out from pancreas. Same thing, all hormones, like thyroid, parathyroid hormone, gonad, male, female hormone, pituitary gland, the more front and more back hormones. Various hormones have a pair, yin hormone, yang hormone goes. Okay? And anyway, if this become tighter, gathering those things, okay, fat, then which hormone don't come out well? This is more, insulin is yang. This is anti-insulin is yin. If this becoming yang, then which hormone doesn't come out? This don't come out. Yin, insulin don't come. Okay? Okay? Yin don't come out well. This come out okay, but this don't come out much. Okay? As a result, what happens? Our sugar level in the blood, how goes? Tends go down. Okay? Tends go down. Then, so-called deficiency of sugar, lack of sugar in blood arise. That means he become craving sugar, sweets, okay? Craving chocolate, craving candies. Okay? And if he takes that, then he feels okay. But these sugars, on the contrary, contrary to complex sugar, which grain vegetable have, those sugars are gradually decomposed, gradually absorbed. So maintaining this blood sugar is almost constant. But cane sugar, chocolate sugar, honey sugar, maple syrup sugar, those sugar is absorbed, and then sugar level becomes up, and then burning speed also very high speed. So soon burning down. Okay? Right? Again, 1 hour, 2 hours later, again, low blood sugar goes. Then again, you crave sweets. Then again, go up. Then again, you go down. Okay? Then emotionally, how goes? Up and down goes. Okay? Depression goes, and anxiety goes, right? Irritability goes. Especially sugar level in the blood going down when this is morning time, energy go how? Atmospheric energy going up. And afternoon, atmospheric energy going down. Okay? Then which side more sugar level going down? Afternoon, very good. Afternoon, atmospheric condition going down, then sugar level also going down quickly. Okay. So usually those people are from 2 o'clock on, afternoon towards evening, becoming very irritable, anxiety, depression goes. Okay? And crave sugar or crave eating something. Okay? Then this is becoming trouble. Okay? This becomes trouble. That's why opposite one. This is afternoon time, morning time, midday, afternoon, evening, night time. The night time, how goes? Become very fearful. Night time. Can't sleep well. Fearful. Okay? All right? Night time. That we call hypoglycemia. Okay? We call hypoglycemia. That hypoglycemia is, according to my observation, more than 60%, possibly 70% of American people are hypoglycemia. Okay? From childhood, they were eating 2 eggs every day, cheese sandwich every day, and poultry, chicken soup, even every day, every other day, whatever. Okay? Together with, used to be eating, trained to eat candy bar, chocolate bar, etc. Right? In the school, in the drugstore, this and that, etc. goes, and eat very sweet, sugary dessert, right? etc. And that go from childhood, goes. So when they grow, 25 years old, 25 years old, already hypoglycemia. Okay? And that kind of condition appear here naturally. What kind of color goes? Red color. And if this become more extensive, that means now more and more hair become hard, accumulating fat, then start to create tumor, and pancreatic cancer develop. At that time, colors change into dark color, dark, more black type color, or gray type, dark color change. Okay? This area. Now, furthermore, some people have this. This is liver conditions. It's very tight. Overeating, or fat accumulation. Animal food too much, overeating, or too much salty food. Liver is anyway either fat or salt, etc. tight. Then someone, blood vessel come out here, green blood vessel. This is spleen is troubles. Spleen. Okay? Spleen. Then furthermore, big eye back, eyes, pair. Down there, pair organ is what? Kidneys. So if around eye becoming bulging, pouring water, that means kidney are also excessive working. Cannot work function well. And then air also pair. So air also shows kidneys, as well as air correlate in the down there, arm and legs. So this also show whole body as well as kidney conditions. So like that way we see it. Okay? Furthermore, one more thing. This mouth is entrance of digestive vessel. Exit comes like the anus. So this show anus conditions. If I see your mouth, I know what kind of anus you have. At the same time, this is entrance of digestive vessel. So, if this lips good color and upper lips, lower lips, same width, always closing tight, then your digestion generally okay. But many people not like that. 9 out of 10 American people's lower lips is bigger, loose and swollen. This upper lips show upper portion of digestive vessel. That means esophagus and stomach. Lower lips show small and large intestine. And the corner show in between what we call dual lung. Okay? So if lower lips bigger, expand means this is expand, loose, okay? Loose. Naturally, digestion don't go well. Should be tight, like accordion. Right? Accordion is tight, okay? Tight. But if you have like this, loose. So loose intestine. So naturally, digestion don't go well. Naturally, tends to have stagnation. And so unless taking prune juice every day, or fruit juice every day and washing out, don't come bowel movement well. Okay? Right? Those type of condition comes. Okay? Or stagnation goes, then putrefaction goes. Okay? Then that making gas formation. Then sometimes come, that's okay still. Although other people is disturbed. But often those gas absorb to the blood systems and then circulate and go brains also. Then you become what kind of condition? Sleepy. Sleepy. So while you are listening, very interesting lecture from Michio Kushi. If you're sleepy, that means your intestine creating gas. And then these gas formation stagnating intestines naturally making what kind of bacteria here? Putrefying bacteria. Okay? Putrefying bacteria. Smell become bad. Okay? Right? Latent. Okay? So these bacteria coming out, then naturally good bacteria which synthesize vitamins, vitamin B, vitamin D, etc., so forth. don't work well. Okay? Or many of them were killed by putrefying bacteria. Okay? Just like they were living gas chamber. Okay? Right? So, naturally, lack of vitamins arise. Especially vitamin B group is extensively become lack. Then you can't also think well if you don't have vitamin B group, and you cannot have the clear judgment. Because in the brain, glutamic acid through the vitamin B group's activities change into two substances, chemical substance. Natural process constantly going on. One substance is serving the mind proceed. Another substance is serving stop. Again, yin and yang relation. Okay? Opposite relation goes. But vitamin B don't go well, then we cannot think, proceed or back or stop. So now your thinking become indecisive, very cloudy. And if you force to judge it, then you make mistake, frequent mistake. Okay? And so you do like that. If that become more extensively goes, that means by taking plenty of meat, plenty of sugars, etc. Right? Then this doesn't go well, that doesn't go well, then we call that schizophrenia. Okay? Right? Schizophrenia. And also we call, if too much meat, etc., that giving this, we call paranoia. And various type of, by these various conditions, various type of the mental illness begin. Okay? Okay. Then, now taking about 5 minutes, let's see. Number one, your group, what kind of lips? Whether lips is both sides is good or not. Number two, whose color of cheek is best? That means more whitish color, okay? Not red color, not gray color, not green color, not the more clean white color. Okay? Third, whether someone has this or someone. Okay? So suppose you stretch your fingers like this. Color of nail should be pinkish red, right? That reflects color of blood. But if you stretch, and if your nail is very dirty color, right? Dirty, that means like purplish or dark, that means your blood is also very dirty, okay? By meat eating, greasy, oily food or sugar eatings. If you are taking macrobiotic diet, sometime later become very clean, pinkish red color, okay? And if stretch, if become white, that means anemia, okay? Anemia. Could be one finger, could be two finger comes, okay? Anemia.
You said it could be one or two fingers?
That's right, could be one or two fingers, or could be all. Anemia. The more anemia. Pardon?
Does it matter how batches?
That's right, just straight. Just straight. Yeah, just straight. Okay? Then furthermore, if your nail is more longer, long nail, what does it mean? Long nail. Instead, short nail. What does it mean? Long nail. Sorry, more in. That means more sensitive, more mental type of person. More short nail is more physical type of person. Right? More good for physical activities, labors, etc. This type of person good for psychic or piano, movies, no, the music, or like poem, etc., poetry. If you like to have your husband to get money plenty, marry like that. If you like to have the very cultural life, then marry with Someone has hair, right? White part. This is teenagers, all children and teenagers should have this. This is sign of growing. The 20th also have it. But gradually, after 30th, gradually down, and disappears. After middle age, disappears. Okay? That means growing speed, reflecting growing speed. Speed of metabolic change. Reflect. Okay?
Does that mean physical growth?
Yeah, physical metabolic change. Okay. And then, in other words, more in type of person have this. Okay? More yang type of person has less. Okay? Right?
How about if you have more, like in just one finger and less in all the other fingers?
Yeah, all fingers. If you have more in, eating too much open sesame dessert.
Yeah, but what if it's different? Like, let's say 4 fingers you have it really small, and then on your thumbs you have it really big. What does that mean? That's more yin?
Large finger is long. Long is in. Too much strawberry shortcake.
I still have some of that on my fingers. I'm way over 30. The weight.
That's a little too much liquid, your case. Then some nail go like that. This is lack of balanced nourishment. Could be too much salt. Could be lack of protein or fat. Okay? In other words, balance nutrition. Nutritional balance then becomes smooth. Okay? If ridge comes, lack of balance of nourishment. Okay? Someone develop white dots like that. White dots are nail is grow like this. Okay? That means from our body, discharging going on. Okay? White dots comes means what is discharging? Sugar, honey, chocolate, fruits. Okay? So, usually this nail grow what months? In the case of adults, about 9 months. Teenagers, about 6 months. Okay? So, if you divide end and roots, which is past, which is present. This present. This is present. Okay? This is past. Okay? So, in this case, 6 months before, right? 6 months ago, he binged. Okay? Ate ice cream, went party, so forth. And 4 months ago, also he did. Okay? Although he might have forgotten, but there, right? Mark is there. Okay? Then, this periphery shows the internal organs. For example, some as a whole show lung condition. Okay? Lung condition as a whole. The tip of some also show brain. Tip of some, brains. And in the case of man, testicles. In the case of woman, ovaries. Pair, right? Pair organ. Lung is pair, okay? Ovary pair. Testicle pair. Brain is pair, right? This show, pair, okay? Suppose this thumb. Then, if you have chipping those skin, chipping, okay? Chipping, or skin is chipping, okay? Then, that side, testicles or ovaries, is not working on well. Okay? Tipping goes. It's if not smooth. Okay? Same thing if nail color is not green, not pinkish red, right? Then that side or both sides, right? Ovaries and also testicles not go well. So when you accept his proposals, check his nails. You can say, yes, I like to marry, but wait 3 more months. Meanwhile, eat well. Okay? And same way, right? Like the lines, also you can see. Okay? This right side received from mother. Left side received from father. Then lifeline. But the mothers, if this side the father, okay? Mothers, digestive vessels and respiratory vessels, digestive and respiratory system. Front. Middle one, mother's nervous system. Top one, mother's circulatory system. Circulatory and excretory system. So father's opposite side. So this line, if long, clear, strong, then mother gave you very good constitution. Same thing with father. But one side is weak, another side strong. Then weak side, parent, weak side parents, either mother or father, were weak. If both weak, then you should know you have to die early. Because received constitution is weak. Okay? Of course, you can prolong by eating macrobiotics, but the limit is there if constitution is weak. Okay? So usually, we see the lifeline, whether lifeline is zigzag or weak or long or short. By that we see. But not only lifeline, all other lines also you must see whether he live long life, good long life or so forth. Okay? And furthermore, if you have this line, this we call success line. Line of success towards middle finger. If you have that, you become success. Young, hard-working person develop this. If you don't have this, you are lazy person. You have this line also called health line, line of health. Health. Not curse. Health. Okay. Then you have here some extra line, someone, not all of them, someone, that we call life, that line of love line, love. If you have this, you are a very affectionate person, you like very much sex, at the same time you will be in trouble with those girls' relations, boys' relations. Because you are loving everyone. And also see this. Okay? For example, my palm, right? My palm. This palm, this area is same color. Okay? But many of you of this area is very red or very dark color. Okay? Not same color. That means lung, large intestine is not good. Okay? There again, mucus fat accumulation is there, and also the breathing is not good, as well as elimination is not good. Okay? All right? And if you have this tightness, this area tightness, and this area green color. If tightness, this small intestine is not good. Okay? But if you this area green color, then you are developing cancer. Okay? Okay? This power, gripping power, is parallel to your heart power. Heart power. If you grip very strongly, your heart is very strong. Heart beating. If you can't grip well, your heart is weak. Especially you test when you get up awake morning, while you are still in bed. Try. Many people cannot grip this. It's amazing. You will discover you can't grip this. That means heart is weak. Okay? Try tomorrow morning. Don't forget. Okay? Pulse diagnosis, meridian diagnosis. I like to go next session. That means next session we go meridian and holes, okay? Right? Acupuncture, so forth, okay? At that time, we like to talk. But one single meridian diagnosis, just I'd like to have you understand. Here, the triple heater meridian. No, that the heart governor meridians. Okay? Heart governor. If you just become green color, then breast cancer or lung cancer developing. Green color, straight. Not blood vessels. Blood vessel also green, but that is curving. Okay? More straight course. Okay? This is blood vessels. Okay? All right? But more straight course. More straight. And around those skin becoming green color. Green color. Breast cancer or lung cancer. This area. Okay? And as I told you, this area, then general cancer also developing. Somewhere cancer. Okay? If this area is green, colon cancer developing. Colon cancer. Okay? If this area, like histo and goes ankles, periphery, right? If green, bladder cancer or ovarian cancer beginning. Yeah. Bladder, ovarian, prostate cancer beginning. Yeah. If this is more green, like spleen cancer or lymphoma, leukemia, etc. beginning. The spleen-related cancer beginning. Okay? Yes?
When you're doing a diagnosis, what's the minimum number of factors do you look for? I mean, you take like 4 or 5 to see if they confirm each other?
Just 2 or 3, that's enough. Okay, just that remember, okay? Then, suppose behavior. Suppose, please come. Boston Marathon, Mr. Boston Marathon. Please walk. Walk, just walk. Watch his foot. Turn. Once more. Someone walk this way, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? He walk more, please walk.
Straight.
More straight. And see whether his arch is high or not, please. In other words, right? More flat, okay? More flat. Okay? And also see his arm, this part. Yeah. Holding back like that. Okay? Right? Okay? In other words, this shoulder becomes down, back, right? Holding. Okay? So by those things, we can see, right, what kind of food he has eaten. Okay? Suppose arch low means what? Arch high means what? Yin or yang? Yang. Indentation, contraction. Okay? Yang. So, if arch high, you are very good for sports, dance, ballet dance, etc. Right? Very good, arch high. Okay? In the case of lady, vagina uterus, very deeply indentation, goes, arch high. Okay? Arch low means more loose, more in. Okay? More in. So physically, long-time activities or very hard, vigorous activities, for him is not so suitable. But mind, okay. Mental activities, okay. Right? Then, when he walks straight or walks this way, right? Or walk that way, make a difference. Right? If walk this way, what is this? Yang or yin? This side becoming, if contract, then how goes? Then goes this way, right? So yang, yang. If we eat too much meat, too much eggs, etc., then comes like that. Right? Instead, if we eat more yin, like vegetarian diet, so forth, become more towards inside. If we eat, macrobiotics become more straight. Okay? And if you are the male, either straight or slightly outer, okay. Okay? But not like Charlie Chaplin. Okay? If female, either straight or slightly inner, okay. Right? If female walking like that, okay, this is trouble. Then if your girlfriend walking like that, wait a couple more years until become like that. Okay? Then find his elbow like that. This is tight. Okay? It's tight. This is also tight. Okay? What kind of food made him tight? Very good. Chicken eggs made tight. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. But if you don't eat chicken and eggs, right, then your elbow becomes, right, more relaxed, right, when you walk. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. So while we see the behavior, right, we know immediately, right, what kind of conditions of, okay, what kind of food he eats. So suppose women's this way, that way, which is better sex? This way, that way. Outward, inward. Inward is better for woman. Right? Either straight or inward is better than outward. Okay? This uterus and vagina, this way, go that way. Okay? This way, open and loose comes. Okay? And I shouldn't reveal all secret. I stopped there. Anyway. No more sex. Same thing like, right, that any kinds of behavior. Right? Suppose someone, right, when he make mistake, right, he does, someone does like that. Someone does like that. Okay? It's different. Right? Why someone do like that? Because he made mistake because of what kind of food eating. In too much water, too much dessert, too much fruit juice, sweets, which comes here, okay, in. So he is banging to make yang disperse in. Oh, I made a mistake, like that. Okay? On the contrary, this he scratch, oh my gosh, means what? Too much eggs, too much meat, too much cheese. Yang, by yang, he's making mistake. Right? So he scratch back, making more yang disperse this, making more in. Okay? All right? So, it is very good things if your husband or wife are not clear head, then put the buckets, cold water buckets. It's a very good things. Awake. Someone, when sit, someone moving leg like that. Okay? What does it mean this? You know, when fish move, goes, okay? Eating too much fish, okay? Seafood. Okay? If that person don't eat 3 days fish, then just stop. Okay? Automatically. The same things, someone do like that, someone do like this, okay? All different. Certain area that this do, the intestine, this side of intestine become tighter, right? This side looser. Okay? If you do this become tighter, this become looser. Okay? This is intestine go this way, that way. Okay? So this is yin. Okay? This is yang. Right? Like this, yin you make tighter, means you are eating what? Yeah, you are eating too much yin, therefore automatically you like to make tight. Okay? Wants to make yang. Okay? If you eat yang too much, then you like to make this way. Okay? Right? And so when we see that, right, behavior, we know immediately, like, okay? And what is trouble cause. Or yesterday, what kind of food he eats. Okay? Someone is, while talking, go this way, right? Someone is go like that. Okay? Again, this is different. This side of head, this side of body, what kind of energy goes? More in, right? This side of body, more this goes. So we raise a hand this way, right? Hi, goodbye. Okay? Right? This side you use supporting. Okay? Okay? So if you do, right, then this side and that side, okay? Suppose we different like that, means which side is stronger? This side is strong. This side is strong. Okay? So eating more in food. Okay? With that, eating more yang food. Okay? All right? And pardon? No, energy. So similarly, right, someone's shoulder different. Their shoulder, maybe why don't you come? Yeah. Yes, me. Which shoulder up, which shoulder down? This shoulder is down, this shoulder up. Which it's not clear? This shoulder tighten very. This shoulder a little up. This shoulder a little down. Which is tight? More tight this, right? That means this lung is not breathing well. Okay? Right? When he breathes, he's using a little more this side. Okay? All right? This tight means what kind of food he eats. He has been eating more animal quality of food, more this way energy. Okay? Tight. Don't go this way. Please walk. Yeah. He's a little bit outer. Huh? Animal food. Right? Especially this side of food. Okay? Please see this side of food. Please walk. Yeah. Outer course. Okay? Too much animal food in the past. So this becomes tight. Okay? Just don't breathe well. So, okay, when you see the person, you can see, right, very clearly, okay? Behaviors. Astrological, this is a date of birth. This you learn like sometime like the 9-star key. Right? 9 key star, the things you can learn, and also date of birth. It's very simple. Okay? Suppose 12 months. January to December. If you are born here, then your pregnant period is when began? Right? Pregnant period began here. That means mother was eating what kind of food? More young, more winter type of food, right? So if you are born this, your constitution is young, okay? Right? On the contrary, opposite, suppose. Conceptualize when? Right? Then your mother was eating more raw salad, more fruits, okay, etc. Okay? So summertime food predominantly. So you are born in, okay, constitutional. So young type of person is active socially. In type of person is more mentally active. Okay? Good thinker, philosophers are born usually, right, those months, October, November, December. While more active, socially active person born more May, June, July, etc. This month. Many revolutionists born here. Many thinkers born here. August, September, in between, very nice people like you. And then What is the most young man's born? What is June? June born person is most young. Opposite? December born person most in. Constitutional. Okay? Then it's very interesting. If you are born young, then you are attracted in. Right? So you eat plenty of fruits, you eat plenty of dessert, etc., and you are attracted to the more in type of person, and becoming in. Okay? By in, he destroys his life. If you are born more in person, you are attracted young type of person, right? Young physical strong person. Right? You admire it, you respect it, you attracted that, right? And eating more young food, etc. And finally you destroy yourself by excessive young. It's very interesting, right? Among boys, I don't know how many boys who like to have 2 wives, 3 wives, 5 wives. Those boys were mainly born around here. While same things among girls, I like to have this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and so more like. But more around here born is not so much seekings. Those many. Rather think in mind, but don't do actually much. Okay? Of course, air by air also different. That you have learned 9-star key, right? Right? Air by air also different. Some air is more fire type of air. Some air more soil type of air, right? Some air is more water type of air, etc. But the energy is different. Okay? Atmospheric energy is different. That goes 9 years cycles. By that also character, big difference comes. Okay? That you can learn, or you have learned. Did you learn? Yes or not? Yes? Yes. Maybe, but forgot. Yeah. Someday, let's learn again, okay? Thoroughly. Then environmental problems. Suppose atmosphere, right? Atmosphere. This is upward energy, so go this way. So this is liver, right? Liver, gallbladder. This is heart, small intestine. This is spleen, pancreas, stomach. This is lung, large intestine. This is kidney, bladder. Okay? Then suppose if you are energy going up per day, every day energy going up, energy coming down, right? Atmospheric energy. This is going up energy is what? When? Morning. Morning. Energy expand and active midday, right? Energy coming down afternoon. Energy concentrate, condensed, evening. Energy float, very low and float. That is what? Night. So suppose if you cannot get up this morning, that means liver gallbladder may be trouble. Okay? Or your husband and very much angry or not good, not smiling every morning. That means his liver or gallbladder trouble. Or liver gallbladder energy doesn't go well because opposite one. Okay? This may be excess. Large lung, large intestine may be excessive energy. Okay? Excessive activity, so this don't go well. Okay? Either one. Okay? If daytime you feel bad, then you are not cheerful, you feel bad, or daytime. Daytime should be very cheerful, right? Very cheerful and active, but don't go like that way. That means maybe heart, small intestine, bad. Or kidney, bladder, excessive energies, excessively working, such as every 2 hours go to the urination, etc. Okay? Then this is suppressed. Okay? If afternoon feeling bad, depressed, so forth, means spleen pancreas, right? Like in the case of hypoglycemia, right? Afternoon, okay? More depressed, right? Troubles. Or what organ is excess? Liver, gallbladder, excessively active. If evening time troubles, you feel melancholy, you feel depressed, you feel, right? You have fever, you have coughing. That means lung, large intestine trouble. Or what? Heart, small intestine, excessively active. Heart, right? Nighttime, if you can't well sleep, you cannot rest, you don't have peaceful mind, then kidney, bladder may be trouble, or spleen, pancreas, stomach, excessively, right, active. Okay? And so, environmental, atmospheric condition show each organ's activities, whether smooth or not, time-wise, climate-wise, temperature-wise. Same things. If gallbladder, liver is weak, what time becoming more troubles? No, what season becoming more troubles? Springtime. Okay? So liver cancer, gallbladder, right? Stone, etc. Liver cancer patient, springtime more troubles. Many of them die springtime. Okay? On the contrary, heart attack, heart troubles arise more summertime. Okay? And high blood pressure, etc. Okay? Heart-related sickness, as well as small intestine-related sickness. Then late summer, early fall, spring pancreatic, stomach troubles goes. Okay? Like pancreatic cancer or spring cancer, like leukemia, lymphoma, etc. Big troubles this late summer, early autumn. Like lung, large intestine is more autumn, towards late autumn, early winter. This lung cancer, many lung cancer people dies around here, as well as colon troubles, so forth. Winter time, kidney bladder troubles, bladder cancer, kidney cancer, kidney stones or this, that, etc. Kidney infection, so forth, arise more here. Anyway, so when season comes, or when daytime comes, time-wise, the day-to-day time-wise season comes, then you can see predictions. This person will become like that, etc. That correlates also with moon cycle. Full moon time means when? In this chart? Full moon time, okay. New moon time is, okay? Then this is a half moon, this is a half moon, okay? Right? So also you watch moon time, you know, okay? How about tide water? High tide is what time? High tide. Ocean tide, high, become high, is what? This time. Low tide, this time. Okay? In between here. Okay? So depends on tide, depends on moon, depends on day's time, depends on season. Someone certain time pain goes, then disappears. Again, disappears. Okay? That's it. And certain person is certain time depressed. Could be afternoon, or could be low tide, could be certain season, etc. Okay? And someone is unnecessarily become hyper. Maybe high tide place, maybe full moon tide place, etc. Okay? Suppose which time, full moon and full moon, new moon, which night is more accidentalized? Full moon time, because people become more hyper. So driving out, goes. Okay? And drinking Coca-Cola or alcohol, etc. goes. Okay? Bang goes. Okay? Suppose when more death arise, high tide or low tide? Death. More low tide. Deliveries, newborn baby, come out more high tide. Okay? All right. And so all these natural phenomena, right? Atmospheric condition, natural phenomena, right? We have to know. If wind comes, right? Windy weathers, which organ is more troubles? This. Okay? If very hot weather, which one is more trouble? If more humid weather, high humid, this is trouble. If more dry, Dry. If more cold, so if suppose there's someone heart troubles, okay? If he goes to Florida, how goes? Good or bad? Not good, right? Okay? Better stay in New England. Okay?
What about Texas?
Texas.
Bad.
Yeah, bad too. So someone, for example, lung troubles. Okay? Lung troubles. Then suppose he moves to dry place. Lung cancer. Dry place. It's not good much. Okay? Although need then liquid more, right? Okay? Various those things you have to consider. Same thing that, right? Go like mountain, suppose. High mountains or mountain top where the house is. Then what kinds of natural condition goes here? First, wind goes. Okay? Wind. So person who is living here tends to develop liver and gallbladder troubles. Okay? Suppose sun is here, sunrise. This is shadow. If you have here, your house is here. Then what kinds of trouble begin? Heart trouble, or kidney troubles, liver troubles, what? This is shadow. Then you are living this, right? More you are living like winter time. Okay? Lung troubles, large intestine trouble, kidney troubles, bladder troubles goes. Okay? So depends on where your house to be. Suppose your house is here. Your property. You make pond here. Okay, pond. This is south, suppose. Okay? Sun. This is east. This is west, north. What goes? Sun make pond evaporate. Then this evaporated air cover here. Okay? This house always wet. Okay? Wet. Then what kind of trouble happen? Yes, those troubles goes. Okay? Suppose the opposite. If pond is north, okay? Pond north. How goes? Cold wind comes. Cold carries. Okay? Then kidney trouble. Okay? So pond should not be near the house. Okay? Should be distant. And should be either here, either there, or either there, or either there. Okay? Point. Okay? Then safer. Same things. Which side, south and north, which side should be more mountain, which side should be more open to the field? Suppose house is here. North and south. Which side more mountain? North. This side more mountain area. Right? Mountain to be. Okay? This side more open to the field. Is better. Okay? Then all you get brightness. Okay? If that is opposite, you are living to the shadow. Okay? Right? It's not good. Similarly, wood house, stone house, brick house, all different influence, okay, to the living person. Suppose in the house, two-story house. Okay? Suppose here the kitchen or bathroom. Okay? Bath. Suppose the sick person transfer here. It looks okay. However, if underneath of that bathroom or kitchen there, what goes? Water. Okay? To this room. Okay? Then that doesn't get better. Okay? All right? So, where to be living room that the family gather, where to be studio, where to be bedroom, where to be the sick person stay, etc. Right? Should be very careful. Okay? Even one room, even suppose one room, okay? Suppose entrance is here, suppose. Okay? Suppose office. If you put the desk like that, okay? Sit. Or if you put the desk here and sit there. If you put the desk like that, put here. Or if you put the desk like that, put there. All different for his or her mind. Okay? All inviting business, inviting travel, or inviting monies, or all different. Okay? All different.
Which one invites money?
Should be desk to be bright place. Bright place. You should be energized. Okay? Energized. Okay? Active and energized. So telephone comes, immediately pick up. Hello, how are you? This is this, and that, etc., etc. And ta going on. Okay. Right. To have energized place. Okay. Should be. Okay. And all those things you have to consider as macrobiotic person or macrobiotic teacher. Okay. Suppose around here, right? Suppose in the house, okay? Around here, suppose cemeteries, south side cemeteries, okay? Cemeteries. Then although south side, sun comes, if facing cemetery, it's not good. Because cemetery is giving in energies. Like that. Okay? It's not. So this type of house is bad luck house. Yes?
I work in a psychiatric hospital right next door to it. Right next
Oh, that's bad. No wonder there are many
door. One of them, yes.
patients never get better. Yeah. Right. Okay, even people may not know, right? There's a former cemetery, right? All bulldozer knocked out and development project, build up the apartment or some business, office, etc. Right? New people coming there and they don't know what was there. But strange enough, business don't go well, or many people become sick, etc. happens. Because energy coming out from the soil is very in vibration coming out and influencing. Okay?
What if sick people live below you in a two-story house?
Then people who are belonging there is protecting you to certain extent, but still coming up. Still coming up.
Can't you feel that though if you're in good condition? Can't you?
Oh yeah. Yes. That's right.
Although you
That's
don't know
right.
the history of the
That's right. Yeah. But as soon as you get in, you feel it's strange, uncomfortable, right? Or something, this place depressive, etc. Right? You feel it. Even though sun is bright, wind is coming, but it's strange. Must be previously something happened, maybe here or that around here or something. Right? So you should be those things, right? Feel and comfortable, and that all environmental diagnosis, right, goes. Ancestral diagnosis, you know, right? That the father and mother, right side is which? Mother side. Father side left, okay? So mother side show also within this side, mother's ancestor. Left side, within left side, father's ancestors, okay? Generation to generation you can go, okay? And you learned this, or you are going to learn. Thought diagnosis is by usually about face or about periphery, because thought is in, okay? So appears periphery very well. Suppose someone was talking like that, okay? Okay? Or someone is talking like that. Someone is talking. Okay? Someone is talking like that. Various manners there. Okay? And then what kind of thought is going on? And someone is talking this way, someone talking that way. Okay? Then this type of brain more using. This type of brain more using. You know, no one say, I am very sorry, right? This way. I am very sorry, right? I'm very sorry. Okay? If he does this way, he's thinking more depressive way, right? And he's thinking past reflection. Okay? If he does like this, then he's thinking future, okay? With hope, ambition. Okay? And so, by this, by that, by this, by that, all thinking different. Okay? Same thing when he smiles, this side or that side, or when you blink, this side more or that side more, or we can see what kind of thinking he does. And if you become more sensitive, then feel vibrations. Okay? Then either thinking future, or thinking past, or thinking theoretical way, thinking aesthetic way, right? Or you can detect by this. Right? Furthermore, psychological one, like as I told, blinking eyes, or maybe someone when he talks, he doesn't look at your eyes. Okay? More like side, doesn't see. And someone is moving his head to see you like that. If you go there, then you would. But someone else is doing just eye moves. All those things just different. And if proper person, proper ordinary healthy person, then when he talks to you, he see your eyes. He see your eyes. And he face to you. Not like that. And if like that, or if like that, if like that, all that, we know his psychology. Whether he's timid, whether he's hiding something, whether he's lying, or whether he is exaggerating, etc. Understand? Okay? Expression, like speech. Someone speak very timid way. Someone speak very rapid way. Someone speak stop, stop. Someone speak like more poetic way. Someone speak more harsh way. By those things, we know what kind of character, as well as what kind of organ troubles. Suppose someone's voice is very wet sound, wet. What is trouble? More kidney. Suppose someone's, while speaking, they stop here and there, then what is problem? Heart is irregular beating going on. Tat, 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 tat. Like that, irregular beating. So, stop. Cannot finish sentence as stream. And so, someone is talking certain part of words, very certain sentence, right? Then certain part of sentence very high, the powerful way. Then certain others very weak way, etc. That mood is up and down going on. Right and left balance is not going on well. And so when listening speech words, you can see what kind of condition goes. When you pick up the telephones, while listening half minutes, then you know already. It should be that way. Writings. Suppose you write. I don't know who's writing this. Suppose you write here. This is each writings show each part of body or each. If you eat, did you see that the writings who took heavy drugs? Heavy drugs. Very irregular writings. Cannot read irregularly. Line doesn't go straight. Size of letter don't go same size. And very irregular. If you are very good health, exactly same way line goes, very clear writings, goes. Space is just good space, margins, goes. Each letter, for example, you write, A. This down, so downward metabolic downward movement is what? Downward, right? Eating is goes down. This digestive vessel, right? Upward is what? Upward. Nervous system. Okay? Again downward and go. This digestive vessel and go legs, okay, toes. So if this is strong, bold, clear, then digestive vessel okay. If also good, strong, clear line, nervous system okay. If go this clear, leg is okay. Okay, right? Instead, very weak or etc., then it's not good. Okay? Same things if you like this. If you see like that, okay? Suppose here, okay? Someday I have to teach all those details. Trouble is Michio don't have much time. Suppose like, okay? Okay, suppose your name or whatever. Okay? This show your whole body. This is head part. This middle part of body, no, upper part of body, upper body, middle part of body, this lower part of body. Okay? So while you are seeing like this, then we know where is good or bad. Okay? Like zigzag goes or the line is not good, not straight, etc. Suppose around here is not good, then liver, gallbladder is not good. Okay? Around here is not good, then spleen, etc. is not good. Okay? And you can detect details, even if appearance okay. If you do like this, if you become sensitive, if you do like that, handwriting, that means he put the vibration there. And from that letter, vibration coming out. Certain area of strong vibration comes, certain area is very little vibration come out. By that, right side brain trouble or left side brain trouble, okay? Okay? Or spine trouble, okay? Intestine is now stagnation, etc. Right? You can see that. Okay? Spiritual diagnosis. That is more like when you become able to see more like vibration and start to feel it. Darkness, brightness. Suppose if you decide dark, mother's ancestors' spirit is not happy. You decide dark, father's ancestor is not happy. Okay? As well as your brothers, your sisters. Okay? And so when you see the person, which side is dark, okay? And if your ancestors, like grandparents, etc., more up, father is more this, your children more like that. Your younger brother, younger sister, your children like that. Okay? Right? Your elders more gorgeous. Okay? That's your father, mother, parents is coming like middle of your face, like around eye and ears area. Okay? Below that is more your younger sister, younger brother, and children's, right? So forth. By that, when you see what kinds of spiritual influence, either bright influence or bad influence there. You can see it. Okay? You can, in the beginning you feel it, whether he's dark character or bright character. But as time goes, as you train more and more, then you can clearly see it. Okay? And while he is talking, suppose my father was like that, or my cousin was like that, my girlfriend is like that, then you will see in the future their image, father or cousin or girlfriend image appear around him. Okay? Then you seeing that, you can tell him, this is trouble, like that, or your cousin died by intestinal or heart attack, etc. So, okay? You can start to see that. Until then, at least 15 years, okay? Takes time. 15 to 20 years, takes time. Eating, what that means, changing your qualities, as well as you help many people, then more and more keen and start to see all those things. Okay? All right? Similar like aura. Aura also same things. Okay? Aura. Everyone has aura. Okay? Please see this way. Right? Hold this. See this. Yourself, please hold like that. Right? Your nail. Okay? Don't move your focusing point. Okay? Just take out your finger. Now you are seeing space. Right? You feel your eyes, some dizzy. Once more. Don't move your eyes. Just move out your fingers. Right? You are seeing space once more. Okay? Okay? Once more. Okay. When you see aura, aura is not object like that. Aura is more mist. So you cannot use focusing eye. Okay? All right? You have to use see the space. Okay? Space. Cannot focus for certain things. The space you have to see. Okay? Then you start to see the aura. Our eyes has been trained always seeing matter, object, on which we focus. But actually our eyes can see between object, space also we can see. But we are not trained that way because this world is now materialistic world. So material emphasis. Right? Then train like that. Right? Train. Then you can start to see. Please come. Face, smile, relax. See here. See there, okay? Don't move your seeing. They just keep looking here, okay? Did you see something?
Yeah.
Once more, a little bit. Okay. Look here, okay? Don't, just keep look here, okay? Can you see? This side. Keep look here. Can you see? Once more. Keep look here. Can you see? There's something missed. Goes. That is aura. Okay? Okay? And if he's staying like that, then aura is here. Okay? That is goes. Heaven's force coming, earth's force go, and here's the aura. Like aurora borealis of the earth. Okay? Aura. Everything has aura. Okay? Okay? Tree has aura, mountain has aura, everything has aura. Just people cannot see okay? The aura. Okay? But so, if he moves, that aura stay for a while here and become one. Okay? Anyway, those things will become right, able to see by you. Okay?
Western science has a different definition for that phenomenon. They call it latent image, I believe.
Later image, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And so you train it, okay? Then you begin to see it, okay? Right? Begin to see. Then you start to see the colors, intensity or weakness, etc. Right? Right? What kind of color is supposed to be good color? From most in blue purple, most young orange red, yellow color, that is in between, okay? Medium, middle. That so-called gold color we call it, okay? Gold. Suppose if he become intense focusing on intense playings, then what kind of color comes? White color. White color. Okay? Suppose if he depressed, then more in type of color, right? More darker, more gray, more dark color. If he become hyper, okay? Eating meat, eating alcohol, it's a hyper, then more red, orange color. Okay? And depends on condition, aura goes over, down, right? Etc. Aura should be not too high, not too low, right? Just in between. Okay? And yellow, very nice color. Okay? Should be. But actually, while thinking changing, okay? This color also changing, intensity also changing. Okay? Suppose someone is meditating. They have a yellow nice color. While meditating, suddenly he starts to think girlfriend, or she's very beautiful, etc. Then the color change to pink. Changed. Okay? Good, okay? So, various type of those diagnoses are available. And you may develop also your own way of diagnosis sometime in future. Okay? But these 12 basic different methods, first please understand, please gain as your basic abilities. Okay? Future time, more and more we can study, but at the same time, that you start to use those things. Okay? All right? And how to see your health, my book, telling certain part of like visual diagnosis, so forth. Okay? But the important thing is, you read those books, but don't remain the conceptual knowledge. Okay? Use it. see people. See people. Why his nose is like that? Why he is walking like that? Eh? Why he's talking that way? Eh? Right? Observe people. Okay? Observe people. His hairs, his manners, his voice, his facial colors, etc. All observe it. Okay? Right? That make you understand more and more. That way I learned myself, okay? Observing thousand people, right? Every day. Okay? Still now going on. Okay? Still now going on. So please develop that studies.